A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal battle, the Trump administration has escalated its efforts to reshape the federal workforce by appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court. The administration seeks to block a ruling that mandates the reinstatement of approximately 16,000 probationary employees who were dismissed in a sweeping move to downsize the government. This emergency appeal comes in the wake of a March 13th order from U.S. District Judge William Alsup, based in San Francisco, who found that the mass firings did not comply with federal law. Judge Alsup's ruling requires federal agencies, including the Departments of Veterans Affairs, Agriculture, Defense, Energy, Interior, and Treasury, to send immediate offers for reinstatement to the affected employees. The Justice Department's filing argues that the judicial directive oversteps the authority of the judiciary, asserting that it infringes upon the executive branch's power to manage its workforce. The department contends that the judge's order allows the plaintiffs to hijack the employment relationship between the federal government and its employees, violating the separation of powers as outlined in the U.S. Constitution. The administration's appeal reflects a broader frustration with what it perceives as judicial overreach, particularly from federal judges who have challenged President Trump's aggressive agenda to reduce the size of the federal government. Probationary employees, typically those with less than 1 year of service, have fewer protections compared to their tenured counterparts. While they can generally be terminated only for poor performance, the administration has faced scrutiny over its justification for the mass firings, which it claims were performance-related. Judge Alsup expressed skepticism regarding the government's rationale, highlighting that it is concerning when the government terminates employees under false pretenses. This legal conflict is part of a larger narrative surrounding the Trump administration's efforts to significantly reduce the federal bureaucracy, a priority for both the president and his advisor, billionaire Elon Musk. The administration's push to eliminate thousands of federal jobs and dismantle certain agencies has drawn criticism from labor unions, nonprofit organizations, and various states, including Washington, which have filed lawsuits challenging the legality of the mass firings. In a separate ruling, another federal judge in Baltimore ordered the reinstatement of probationary workers across 18 federal agencies, further complicating the administration's efforts to streamline its workforce. This ruling came as part of a lawsuit brought by 20 states led by Democrats, underscoring the contentious legal landscape that the administration must navigate. The Trump administration has repeatedly accused judges who issue rulings that impede its policies of judicial overreach. President Trump himself has called for the impeachment of judges who challenge his authority, raising concerns about the balance of power among the branches of government. In recent social media posts, Trump has criticized the judiciary's role, declaring that if the Supreme Court does not intervene, the country could face serious repercussions. The Justice Department's filing to the Supreme Court emphasizes that lower courts have issued over 40 judicial orders that have obstructed the administration's policies, claiming that these rulings lack sufficient regard for jurisdictional limits and misrepresentations about the law. The department warns that this trend is unsustainable and calls for the Supreme Court to intervene before the reliance on universal injunctions becomes entrenched. As the Trump administration continues its efforts to reshape the federal workforce, the Supreme Court's decision on this appeal will have significant implications for the future of federal employment practices and the balance of power between the branches of government. The outcome could set a precedent for how judicial authority interacts with executive actions, particularly in the context of workforce management and employment law. In conclusion, this legal battle underscores the ongoing tensions between the Trump administration and the federal judiciary, as the administration seeks to assert its authority while facing challenges from judges who question the legality of its actions. The Supreme Court's ruling will be closely watched, as it could have far-reaching consequences for federal employees and the administration's ability to implement its policies effectively. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.